Hi VideoStar users! If you followed the basic transitions course, you'll know that multi-layer is great for creating transitions. But did you know that you can also make this in ReFX? I'd like to show you how to make a dual pinch transition in ReFX. Let's get right into it. To begin, add both clips of your transition. Select the first clip, then go to ReFX. Tap the plus button to open the effect tabs. Here there are green screen, layout, color, motion, frame, and text effects. Dual pinch can be found in the layout tab. However, the quickest way to find it is by searching for it here. For the first part of the transition, move the slider all the way up at the end of the clip. If you tap this button, your scene will play at half speed, so you'll have a better control over the effect. For the second part of the transition, we won't use the exact same effect. It would look weird if both scenes go from normal to being sucked into the corners. Instead, we'll select this option. Nice! Now let's go over how to make the same effect in multi-layer for added control. Use a magnifying glass to find effects quickly here as well. First, set a keyframe for layout where the transition will start. Then turn the value to 100 at the end. Use or create a graph that starts slow and ends fast for layout. If you create your own, make sure to save it as a QR code to use later. Now add a blur to the transition to make it smoother. You can use Focus if you are a VideoStar free user, or either Tracking Blur or VideoStar Motion Blur if you purchase them. I'll use Focus for the sake of this lesson. The value of this color effect will change from 0 to 40 through the transition. Use a QR code saved from earlier to add the same graph from the previous layout transition. This is what we've got so far. I'd suggest repeating the process again. The quickest way to do this is by saving a multi-layer QR code. This way you won't need to take so many steps again. We finished the first scene like this, so the second one needs to start like this. Turn the value to 50 where the transition will end. Then add a graph that starts fast and ends slow. Add this graph to Focus as well, which will start at 40 and end at 0. Did you notice that we're doing the opposite of what was done in the last scene? Do all of this twice with the help of QR codes, just like we did earlier. This is what we made. Do you see that the multi-layer transition is smoother than the ReFX one? So now you know the basis of any layout transition. The only thing you need to remember here is that you need both parts of the transition to do the opposite. For example, if you choose this option of sign for the first scene, it will go from this to this. So choose this other option for the second scene, and it will go from this to this. That way the transition will turn out like this. Let me show one last example of this with Sucker. You'll choose in for the first scene, while you'll choose out for the second one. So this would be the result. We've come to the end of the first lesson, and I will show you how to make free shakes in the next one, but I'd like you to do something before jumping into that. First, make an edit using different free layout transitions and share it on Instagram and TikTok so I can check it out. See you in the next lesson!